Studio Live.
Studio Live.
Studio Live. It's the Studio Live.
Studio Live. Studio Live.
Studio Live. It's the Studio Live. Studio Live.
Studio Live. You are tuned in to Studio Live.
Studio Live.
Studio Live.
Today, studio. I'm pretty sure we're booked. I haven't checked the schedule, but I'm pretty sure we're booked from starting at 2 all the way to like 3 a.m. So it's gonna be another long night.
How long were you in the studio last night?
I made it home right at 3.
Oh, I was sleeping so good.
Yeah, you didn't miss me. You didn't miss me.
Carly let you in last night.
Carly was the only one that was concerned about me getting in the house. Nobody else, everybody else was asleep.
Looks good.
And then Jersey was on my side of the bed.
So we met at a house party and we were just playing games and we were doing a little flirting here and there. And then he gave me his card because he did music and I was into rapping and things like that. So he gave me his card and then I called him and that's how we ended up on a date.
Can I borrow some of your wine?
No,
When I was a kid, my grandfather, he owned several buildings, or he managed several buildings in Chicago. And one of those buildings, Bobby Rush owned the studio in there.
If y'all think I'm gonna leave my woman, cause what somebody said, you got to be crazy and out of your doggone head.
And I just remember as a kid going down there and peeking my head in that room so many times. You know, it was like a thing we wasn't supposed to do, and I did it. And you know, I think that's where it started, just me being exposed to that and seeing the big SSL board and not knowing what it is and appreciating it more now that I got a chance to be around something like that.
In order for us to make it all work, we have to go to him. He can't come here as often as he was when it was behind the house. So we make it work that way by going to him, having dinner with him, or on the weekend just stopping in and with the family. So we make it work the best way we can. But I don't miss the strangers coming behind my house.
Let me translate. He's never home. He needs to be home and help me with these kids. Or I'm gonna lose my mind and leave you with these kids all alone. You're gonna be a single parent with your studio, with your kids.
Hello.
Rise and shine.
What do you do, Bryce?
What's up, Gutter? Where you at? You on the move?
I'm in the bed. I just looked at the clock. And I said, it's 10. I know it's something I'm supposed to be doing, man. I said, did that guy go to school? I was like, no. I said, he can't. I said, you know, because I'm asleep right here. And I'm like, damn, what is it? I said, do I think I can catch my flight? I said, hell no, I'm back. And then I said, your name just called.
There you go.
I'm sitting here thinking right now, bro, that shit funny as fuck. Damn, even Bryce at 10. So what we doing?
I'm on my way to the studio now, so we really like an hour behind anyway, so that's cool.
What, he already there?
Yeah, we riding right now. We recording right now. We filming.
Oh, y'all filming as we talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't put this shit in the movie.
This make good TV. It's real. It's real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the studio in a minute. I'm gonna get up.
I bet. People need role models. And what better way to do it than through the music? Best way in my book, through the music. Music is powerful. Yeah. So we'll see how this day goes. On top of that, it's back to business. We got a pretty booked schedule today. Honestly, and I know this cliche, like my first CD or tape was Tupac, you know, and I got that, and I just remember. I mean, I had songs before that I loved, and you know what I mean, that I really enjoyed. But the one like getting that Tupac tape, buying it, and listening to it was Tupacalypse. Listening to it and studying the flow and studying the music, but I was more into the sound, and it just did something to me. You know, sometimes when I'm listening to stuff and when it becomes annoying, I try to find a different route. Like, but we don't always have to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Traditionally, we always put delay, reverb on it, ad libs and all that stuff. But I think it's content wise. Let me turn it down so you see what you're saying. It's kind of, if you listen to the background, it's kind of getting in the way.
Streets, and that's when I seen a tear. Heard that I got jumped in the set, and I know that burned the ear. Mama missing up through the night when battling all the fears. Bringing all this drama, depression taking her under. Pray to God that I don't fall, but don't wanna see mama stomach. I love family about to crumble. It turned me into a runner. Need to play and call his number. I'm pulling up with that thunder. Now I ain't trying to say it's plenty days we never had, but I did what I had. Explain to me about the delay.
So let me show you what I'm listening to.
The streets, and that's when I seen a tear.
Right there.
The streets, and that's when I seen a tear.
So okay. It just depends on the record, like where you want it at. It's chasing, but it just depends on the record where you want it at. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want it if it's space, if it's spacing in there, you want it to kind of bleed. You want it to stand out or pose as if it was an ad lib to keep the track.
Yeah, but there's no breathing wrong here.
Exactly.
My name is Donovan. Go by D-Mac. I'm a recording engineer, mixing engineer. I've been here for about 3 months. I used to record a lot with my friends. They would rap, sing, you know, so just playing around. Starting off in like junior high, taking up on it a little bit, college, you know, playing around in our spare time on like Audacity like people usually used to do, since it was a free program. Then I ended up going to school at Full Sail University for a couple years, and then after that, you know, I just transitioned over here, picked up interning with Brace, and just took off from there. I really had dropped my pride on just like being one of those guys that didn't want to just like hit up a lot of people, because I was a little bit prideful about that. And then I just would always see Brace recording a lot of people, so I was always in his inbox like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, I bet you need an intern, or I bet you you need some help or anything. And then I saw him start building up this building. So then I got even heavier because I just assumed like, well, if he's building a building, he must be, needing some more help sometime soon because he's expanding his business. To make a long story short, one of my friends, he ended up coming here once the building got open, recording with his like little cousins or something like that. And he just basically gave me a good word in, and they said, oh yeah, my friend, he's real serious about it. He went to school for it. And then from there, Brace was like, oh yeah, he basically was like, he's like a bird. He's all in my inbox. He's just trying to hit me up all the time. So he basically, I'm just trying to shoot shots all the time. But But yeah, basically I was just in there just trying to work my way in to try to network, and a good friend just helped me out, really just blessed me so that I could get in here and I could start networking and try to and start my mixing career.
You know, I get to do something that a lot of people don't get to do. But on the flip side of it, you know, it's business because I've turned it into something bigger than me. I really enjoy the simple things in what we do over here, but I also like the fact that we get feedback from our clients, and they love the way we motivate, they love the way we push, and they love the way that anytime, at any given time, you know, you can rub elbows with the who's who of the industry or the who's who of the local scene to continue to, you know, push forward in what you're doing. They learn and things like that. So I really enjoy the culture and being a part of it and being part of the wave. Even if we don't agree with each other, we all still pushing for the same result.
It's crazy because, like, when I, you know, start really just getting into the, you know, the studio, like professional studio wise, you know, I had this female introduce me to Bryce. So, you know, I linked up with him or whatever. And the first day, like, just this was he was recording in the trailer or whatever, you know, in the back of his house. And like just the setup, like when you first walk in, like he just had that, it just gave you good energy to just want to be there, you know, feel at home, make you feel like you were somebody.
I've been knowing Bryce for a minute. I went to college here. I ran track at Arkansas Baptist. And like I said, that's when I really just started rapping. Then I moved to Russellville. I went to Arkansas Tech, you know what I'm saying, for a couple years. And I just found out about Bryce Face from, I was watching AMP. I used to watch how they was moving back in the day, their little rock group. And they used to come to Bryce Face. So I wound up just getting on like Instagram or something and finding Bryce Face. I hit him up. This back when he had a little shack behind his house. That's where we recording all his artists. It still looked good, just like all this. So I linked up with him. Love this sound. He made one of my hits. I dropped the video too. That's when I really picked myself up, started investing my money, started trying to go a little bit with the rap, and started with him. And then I took off a rap for at least like a year or two. And when I came back, I went right back to Bryce, and I came back with a hit song. And now I'm just going.
I know this shit ugly, but don't you fall, you gotta stand up. No matter what you're going through, regardless, pick your head up. No matter what you're going through, regardless, pick your head up. Going through daily situations.
With music, if we're talking music, you know, you have to work in the studio, and you have to create that same energy, that same effort, if not even more, outside of the studio.
Man, the biggest thing is patience and repetition. You know, everybody want to get it quick. You know, everybody want to be successful. And we all want to be successful, but it just don't happen overnight. And if it did happen overnight, you wouldn't even want that type of success, and everybody would be doing it. And now it seems like everybody do it, but everybody don't do it the same. You know, it's a progression through time. So like you might have the chops to be a great pianist, or you might have the chops to be a great rapper or a great engineer or a great producer. But also with time, your ear develops and you start to hear stuff, and you know, so today you might think you hot, today you might think you got it all figured out, but like 5-10 years from now, you'll look back and be like, dang, I didn't know nothing. You know what I mean? I didn't know shit, if I could say that on an interview. You know what I mean? That's what it feel like. You feel like, dang, I really thought I had it all figured out. So just pace yourself and understand that time is gonna give you that extra boost that you need to keep going. You know, all you gotta do is make sure you stay around, stay healthy, keep a positive mind, you know, make sure that you here and you in your best condition, because time is gonna figure it out for you, and then you'll be in the places where you need to be at.
Right now, I'm listening to him, I'm kind of studying him as he's going, so my thought process is to get more, because I got things I want to do on the back end with his voice, like panning it, making it stronger. and making it sound good. So we're gonna layer it 3 times to give it a good blend.
Them hard times ain't never scared us. If anything, that's the shit that fed us. Cause we was stand up. We ain't had no choice, so pick your head up. Them bitches back talking, don't say a word, better pick your lead up. Better get off your ass, go get a bag, you gotta man up. I know this shit ugly, but don't you fall, you gotta stand up. No matter what you going through, regardless, pick your head up. No matter what you going through, regardless, pick your head up. Going through daily situations, fighting sins to get some money. Ain't no trust inside my heart, and ain't no love in me for nothing. I've been solo on this road, so I don't need this bitch for nothing. Know my brothers know the code, so they won't switch on me for something. I turn nothing into something, risk my life to free some money. Maya know I got a back, no matter what your daddy bumming. I feel deep within my game, so every situation ugly. And my rights put on that X, so every B I told be bloody. Been getting money with my blue, I'm back on act again. Swerving, ducking, dodging 12, ain't never trying to 3 the pen. Time will tell, hope we prepare, cause all I wanna do is win. Can't see this shot no more, cause every time I wanna spin again. Can't see this shot no more, cause every time I wanna spin. Free Lil' Cam out that cell, let him see his twin. Frankie May, why you leave your granny, lean your hand, pick your head up.
I had a homeboy, his name D. Shaw. He died. He used to do beats, and he always freestyled. And ever since then, I just became a freestyler. Back in college, all I did was freestyle. So I took that, and back when I went to college, he started sending me beats, and he was like, start making songs. You know, then he passed. And so after that, I just picked it up. I just started doing it, started writing. Now I'm in love with writing. That's all I do now, write.
I had no one to call. I was down on my ass, dirt deep in my drawers. Got this shit out the mud, so now it costs when I smile. Had to use all my knowledge, now it's 2 bands just to talk. I know the game ain't free, cause y'all ain't tell me at all. It get ugly with me, might put my op on a pause. Be all real out the cell, and lead them rats with the law.
What, with the music? Well, like basically it's just about my style. So I grew, like I said, I was freestyling at first. So, you know, I started writing, and after I started writing, I just started progressing with my style and my sound. I got at least 7 or 8 voices that I got mastered that I can just switch into my flow, and it's all good.
That shit contagious like a deadly sin. I know it ain't right, no, I know it ain't right.
I got started in music really young, but not really on purpose. Originally, it was just hearing music and enjoying it, but there was a video that I saw, a music video, and there was this young guy, a rapper, and I've been alive from when rap first started, right? So I knew when it was the thing, but this guy was my age when I saw him on his music video, and that's what really let me know that I could do it. It let me know that it was possible, and that was when I first decided to try my hand at music.
The only thing I can really compare it to for anybody that plays sports, it would be like walking in the gym and it's sort of like game time. I mean, I feel like the practice should be the person at home thinking about, I'm going to go to the studio and thinking about what I'm going to do. And you get in here and it's just like, all right, cool. All right, let's sit down. All right, what you got? What's the beat? Oh, you got the beat? Okay, cool, let's load that up. Let's get it going. So it's like, sometimes it's rapid fire for some people, just like in some sports, and then other times it might be just slow motion, consistent, you know, just trying to get things done real meticulously with a whole lot of detail, just like sports. So, you know, that's the best way I can think to describe it.
I done worked in a lot of studios. I've lived in several states across the country. I've been doing engineering for a long time. So being here, particularly at BFM and working with Braceface, definitely it's kind of like, this is like the league. This is like the NBA, you know? And so working here and being a part of the environment is like, it's like playing for the Lakers or something, you know what I'm saying? And it's like Bracy, LeBron, you know what I mean? And then we like the role players, but you can be a star role player, you know what I'm saying? So since I done came in here, I done got a chance to meet a lot of artists. And I went from, yo, who is the dude with the dreads to, yo, like, where Q know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how we book with him. So it's kind of like, that's what it's like. It's like being in the league, you know what I'm saying? The pros come here, some of the best artists, some of the best music get made up out of here. And it's just ain't no place for no scrubs, you know what I'm saying? It's like the big boy league. So that's what it feel like, especially when you're a baller. You know, I played ball back in my days, and I like competitive sports. So when you get a lot of artists in the room, a lot of producers, it's like that competitive instinct just come out, and that's when you shine.
Well, usually I got my own beats. But when it comes with Brace will just get me to lay down my chords. He'll let me run through my songs at least twice or 3 times before I even go in there and put my voice on it. So after we do that, we go in there, see if my voice sounds, right on that part, and then we'll double it up. I always double my choruses. I don't know, that's just my style. Some people don't do that. And after we do that, we just flow right into it. Brace catches all my flows. Like when he put little touches up on my voice and everything else, he good.
If I'm gonna do something, let's do it big. So when you walk in this door, I want you to be wild. I want you to, it's lights, camera, action. It's the big show, right? So, I set out to create a facility that no matter what level you at, whether you're a beginner or you're a seasoned vet, you can come in here and you can get the proper experience and a proper facility that gives you that industry vibe versus people in our culture tend to say, well, I'm gonna go to Atlanta or I'm gonna go to Memphis and because I wanna be in a professional studio. But I wanna think that we killed that, and created something right here to where everybody can come and appreciate.
We want to expand. I was talking to him about expanding the studio to different areas like Atlanta, where it's hot at. He has an awesome studio and he has good engineers. He's one of the best engineers. So expanding would be just the next level. LA, and it would take us to, all over the world. So expanding would be the best thing for us to reach our ultimate goal, and that's like getting his name out there and his brand to the next level.
Where do y'all ride at?
He did this on that slope down there. We ride the power line.
I ain't like no studio in Little Rock. No studio. I didn't like the sound, and I ain't like the sound. I had like the cat out in Conway, Wig, and he was just always booked up. So I had somebody told me about Brace Face one day. It was in the backyard. When we pulled up, it was to a house, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go with this bullshit. Niggas just sent the nigga to a house studio. I was pissed, but so he like, come to the back. So we walk around the back. We get to the back and we walk in, and I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker nice. Yeah, he has some nice shit. Like, the shit was set up so player. I was like, oh yeah, this it. And then, but I was like, let's see what it sound like and if he can record and mix and shit.
We gotta look him up.
Hello.
Davies. You ever heard of Davies?
Yeah. They didn't want to talk.
Brace, you know Davies?
Yeah, he just dropped the album.
Yeah.
What about Fora?
Yeah.
Who? Fora.
Fora?
I heard of Fora.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's y'all playing with content right now. These like real.
Yeah, that's the only thing I like.
J. Cole probably sit on the top, like the most notable of what they do, but they all like in that new wave of new artists, and then you got the country community that they indulge all the time in their music. Like country is always outselling everybody.
It is slowly coming. It's slowly
and it's a little bigger too, population.
Yeah, population.
You know, population does.
I mean, it definitely does.
As a person, Shamar is the most loving person. When he loves somebody, he loves hard. Anybody that he deals with, he loves them to the max. Like, he gives everybody the same respect. He treats everybody the same, no matter if they're co-worker or an employee or his wife or his kids. He treats everybody the same. So
it's definitely like a mentor mentee type of environment, you know. Like having a teammate that's obviously a veteran, but then willing to show you the things that got him to that point, you know. So he's not going to be selfish with knowledge. He's always going to be willing to show you the things that you're doing right. He's definitely not going to be afraid to tell you things that you're doing wrong, you know. But just as someone that's willing to put aside your pride and be have some humility about themselves, you just have to be able to take that so that way you can improve. So he's just always looking to make everybody better.
He actually helped people develop they sound, you know. And then, cause like stuff I learned from Bracey, you could take it to other places. Cause you know I record in Atlanta, you know, Louisiana, everywhere, you know, when you be on the road. So stuff I learned from him, I mean, I take it everywhere.
We like to push peace, and we like to push, you know, brotherhood, and we like to push, you know, if we from the same area, we want everybody to collectively get where they should go and do it together, you know, with unity. But with that being said, it's always gonna be people that disagree or have disagreements. So yeah, I have clients that has had public, you know, feuds and beefs that made it all the way to the highest level of media. But you know, we've maintained our relationships through it by staying out of it. But also by on the back end of it, you know, they can tell you that I was right there saying, hey man, let it go. Hey man, you know, y'all are bigger than that, you know.
that's why he's so awesome, and that's why so many people keep coming back to him, because he builds a personal relationship with them.
Payday? It is payday. Payday. Yes, sir. Appreciate your services.
When I first met him, I didn't know he was bald-headed, because I didn't date guys that were bald-headed. I just like hair and waves and stuff like that. So he would always wear this rag on his head and a hat. And for the longest, I did not know he was bald-headed. And he was kind of like embarrassed about it himself because he was so young. He lost hair at a really young age. So when I first met him, he always had the hat on. And then we went on like probably our third date, and he took his hat off. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're bald-headed.
Up next on Studio Live.
You know, we're from Arkansas, so, you know, too many people don't get the opportunity, you know, to be heard. Like, the rap shit was the big thing ever happened to a nigga, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to go through a lot of shit, like, lost a lot of people in the streets and shit, so, like, it was one of the ways a nigga can express himself.
These dudes is just are crazy with how they are so creative with the way that they're able to express themselves.
Don't you kiss her, cause it's be on her lips, on her lips. So much money in my pocket, got it lit.
So, like, that's what I saw in him, and just the potential to be great. So, we're still here today. How about that?
Every day, I have to fight to prove my love.
Rolling? Oh, cool. Yeah, so tell me what your biggest pet peeve is of Aisha.